guys, welcome back to another video. I think this will be video 22 of creating a comic. So I'm gonna do things a little bit different. Not necessarily in the video, but I'm trying something different here. I am going to treat today like an 8-hour work week or an 8-hour work day to see how much I get done. Now, of course, I'm not going to be recording for a full 8 hours, but I'm going to set a timer and work for 8 hours. And then it'll actually be 8.5. Sorry, my light's flickering here because I'm going to incorporate a lunch break in there as if I was working a job. Because I want to see how more productive I could be if I was treating this like a work day. And I did everything like I would if I was working. I took a nap before work. So laid down for a little bit, got some rest, woke up at a certain time, got dressed after taking a shower, and I mean, like, I put on, like, I didn't put on like shorts or anything, like I put on actual jeans. I did go ahead and put on a tank top versus a regular shirt, just because I know I get kind of hot when I'm working and stuff like that. So I'm not going to do that. But everything else I've done. Like, I'm even going to start. I'm actually going to pull up a timer. Why does this light keep flickering? I already changed the light bulb. I don't want to switch out this light bulb. But, Sylvie. Sorry, she's in the cabinet. Hold on, guys. Yeah. Try the light. All right, so I'm gonna start a little early. And it's a little bit before 6. That's fine. I'm getting a little bit of a snack in, and then we'll start. So I'm gonna put this on pause, put my snack up, and then we'll get going. All right, so got my stuff out already. Got pencils, and I don't think I have my erasers out. I guess I should have had that done. Where's my erasers at? Oh, I do have my erasers out. I'm gonna put some lotion on because I'm not gonna be ashy the whole entire time. I do have a drawing glove, so what I might do is put that on my hands to prevent any type of residue. So the game plan today for this page is to finish the line work for panel 1, panel 3, which is what you guys are seeing right now, and then work on panel 4 and get the majority of the line work probably done with that. So I've started my timer. and let's get to it. So what this means is also I'm not going to be spending a whole bunch of time trying to collect references. If I need a reference, I'll grab maybe 2 or 3 and then get back to drawing. Like I said, I'm not going to be working on the comic the whole 8 hours, so at some point in time in there, I might do some studying or work on the field project that I mentioned in the last video. And go from there. So what we're going to do is I'm going to come on, man. I'm gonna have to switch this light bulb out. I'm gonna pause my timer. Jesus. Shit. Sorry guys, switching up the light bulb. Just burned myself. Oh, that is not. Okay. I'm gonna have to go and get the other light bulb. I think I have one left, so let's hope that works. Give me a second. Alright, this says a date light bulb. We'll see. I don't know about that. Not as bright. But what we are going to do now, so I'm going to hook up, I have a secondary light, so I'm going to put that on here real quick. Sorry guys. Honestly thought that this would go a lot smoother. I didn't think my light bulb was going to be an issue. There we go. So, there we go. Alright, so I've got my secondary light hooked up, and one that comes with the stand that I have, so that way I've got some additional light here and you guys can see better and don't have a huge shadow coming from the other side. So let's start working on this person again. Pull up my reference, Lynk, reference board. There we go. And then what we're going to do is she's going to have bracelets on. I'm gonna have her have 3. She's gonna have 3 bracelets on the wrist, and then maybe some bracelets on the hand. I know I still need to work on the hand part. I am gonna fix the hand. But maybe I can do one big bracelet here instead of the 2 small ones. And then I'll add some thickness to it. And then, excuse me. What I'll probably do is have something going around the back here. I'm drawing in the form so I know how it's turning. Around her. So around the stomach area, belly button would be like this, so right around here on the other side. So it's gonna stop right here before the buttocks area. You've already eaten. I literally just fed you, and I guarantee if I go in that room, there's still food in that dish. Why are you on him? What I'm going to do with this is I'm going to draw a pattern on it. And I probably won't be doing much talking, guys, in this video. I don't even know how long it's going to run, but if I talk, it'll just be my thought process on what I'm thinking for outfits or when I'm doing something. Because if I'm gonna be working for 8 hours, a lot of my energy is gonna have to go towards the brain power here versus trying to continue to have a conversation with you guys. Oh, you just want to sit under my desk is what you wanted to do. Okay, I can deal with that. And what I want is maybe flowing dress maybe from the back area. I'm gonna pull up my clothing book, oopsies, because I'm gonna need that. So maybe I'm gonna lighten this up a little bit. Not pressing too hard. Where is my... What do I do with it? There we go. I need to clear off this desk a little. Just enough to make sure I can easily reach my tools. Like this remote can be moved. There we go. There's the brush. And maybe this comes around and ties at the front. Trying to figure out how to do this. Or no, I could have this come out here. It's gonna go over and then it's gonna come down that leg here. Not going to be perfect, but maybe this scoops out a little bit. And then because of the folding of the fabric, oh, it's about to rain. Something like that maybe, because this goes over and this would go under the butt cheek there. Let's erase some stuff and see how it looks. Oh, that works. And then what I want to do for the top is something along, so this is flowing. trying to think how it would look from the back. How I want this. So maybe this goes up and then this. Maybe there's a separate piece. Yeah, I'll do like a separate piece. So there's a piece that comes maybe here. And then it wraps it's kind of thick here. I want to sit off the shoulders slightly or go up to the shoulders. Damn it. I gotta change this. So actually goes like this across the back. And then maybe it comes out further because I want it to wrap. It's gonna wrap around the front, but it's also gonna wrap around the back like that. And then this part, it would just follow, because I'm going to say it's going to go here, and this part it would just follow here. And then what I'm going to do is there's going to be designs, because this part here, this part is going to be part of her dress area. I'm not sure if you would see a hint of like her chest. We're going to find out though, because I'm going to load the image that I have. Oh, that's not it. That's not it. I thought I had a pose of this. I'm not sure if you, I don't think you would really see her chest area from this side. No, I don't think you would. I don't think you would. So I'm gonna say like this, excuse me, is like part of a piece of fabric, and it tucks in here. And then this part separates like that. And then even on this side, there we go. And then I have to decide if this is going to have like a shirt or if it's going to be cut off where you can see her arms. I like the fact that you can see her arms. So I think I might keep that part. Let me erase this extra stuff I got going on inside. Actually, let me get the other eraser. But I do like that you can see her arms, like, not afraid to show some skin. But maybe this comes down here, because it has to come somewhere. It has to go somewhere, and you would see some of the arms somewhere, or like the hem of the side of the shirt somewhere. So I think right there should be good, because, or maybe if I'm putting a shirt on, shoulder, so maybe here, and then that would wrap around the front area. Doesn't need to be perfect. I'm gonna have to keep reminding myself. I could have sworn I saved this pose though. I'm getting a little irritated that I didn't. Maybe I took a screenshot of it. Yeah, I took a screenshot. That's what it was. As I say, because I know I'm not freaking crazy. So with this one, you could kind of see her chest area, like there, like so. I will have an indicator there, and then I can erase that part because the shirt's going to continue to go towards the front area. So. And then we can draw her arm out, her arms. And then I'm gonna design the bangles or the bracelets and wrist area. And then I'm also gonna do a design for this thing that's going on top of her shoulders. And I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do for a crown, because I don't think I'm gonna do like your Sylvie, what are you doing? Like your normal crown that you would see. Maybe in this kingdom, she doesn't need a crown. Maybe this, the details on this would indicate that she's the queen. And I'm pretty sure you guys can hear that wonderful thunder we got going on outside. Thunder and rain, thunder and rain. So, let's continue to erase some of the stuff that we've got going on in here that is not needed for the continuation of this piece. I might end up losing power. I think my lights just flickered. Reminding myself it doesn't have to be perfect, but this needs to be fixed because it's not gonna go well. This one needs to be fixed. I know you guys probably think I've spent too much time on that, but I wanted it to look right to me, so. I think I can remove that here. So I am gonna start turning pages as far as trying to make sure I get this correct. I'm not gonna be one of those people who refuses to turn the page to benefit me when I'm drawing just because it'll look better on camera. I can honestly say just this layout and everything looks so much better than any panel I drew from the original Lynk. In fact, I'm gonna see if I have the original on my tablet here. I think I might, so I can show you guys what art Lynk. No, I don't. Damn. I thought I had it. Files. Nope. Well, I don't have it. And I'm not going to spend an excessive amount of time trying to find it. If I do find it, or if I download it to my computer again, or my tablet, in the future, I will show you guys some of the original panels of my comic from when I first did it, and then how much I've improved. And honestly, a lot of it is taking my time, pulling up references, especially for poses that I don't know what I'm doing. Because I can tell you right now, one of the issues that I had when I was doing the first issue of the original comic was I was not pulling up references like I should have when I was struggling for certain things. Well, because of that thought process of using reference as cheating, but I've told you guys what I now think of that. And the forearm here, that's going to push some of this out. And then it's going to go to like a point here. I'm bringing it down some because I don't want that tangent of it hitting the line here of the column on the other side. So I'm adjusting it to make sure it looks right. I don't have this weird tangent going on. And then what we're gonna do is the tricep or the muscle of the arm. Jeez. Ooh, there we go. So there we go. The arm looks so much. The arms I think look really good. The arms I think look really good. The clothing looks decent. The clothing looks decent. So the only thing I'm struggling with is just the arm bracelets there, but that's fine. So now we're gonna work with the hand. Then what we're gonna do, well then, we'll appropriate, keep that report. Ooh, Jesus. Okay, so let me see how I'm gonna have this. So let's do this. So we know that the part of the thumb that's going to be closest to the part of the hand that's going to be closest to the finger is going to have the higher bridge area, while these two slump down. So we're going to make sure we accommodate for that, because the thumb is going to be inward, right? Unless the palm is out, facing out, then the finger would be the thumb would be on the outside. But inside, So we're gonna make sure we accommodate for that. So this part is gonna be higher up, while this part slumps down. And then we're going to do the hand here. Now the way you got the padding, because the padding of the wrist or the palm and stuff, like the fatty muscles here, well not fatty muscles, because the muscles and stuff, that sticks out. So we're gonna try to accommodate, we're gonna try to make sure we put that in there so it doesn't look just flat. Looks like there's some meat to this hand. I think I drew the hand probably too big. I'm gonna shrink it up just a little bit. So, like that. I think that looks a lot better, yeah. And then we'll go like that. There we go. I feel like that's a lot better. And then we'll have the fingers. So the one knuckle here, the one knuckle there, one knuckle here, one knuckle there. This is how I plan out my hands to make sure that I'm accommodating correctly. And then the thumb is going to stick out slightly, but it's going to be curving underneath. So if I'm holding something, that thumb is going to be hanging. It's going to be slightly out. I hope you guys can see what I'm trying to see, what I'm trying to point out. But it's going to be sticking out, but you're not going to see like this part here. So you'll see like the indicator of like the knuckles and stuff coming out here. So I can do like that, and then like that to indicate the finger or the thumb. And then what I'll do, because it's still part of the hand, so it's still coming out, but I don't want it completely separate from this, so I'm not going to draw the whole entire line that separates it. I'm just going to draw a small sliver. It is pouring outside. So I'll do that, like that. And then now we can work on those fingers, those digits, and you might not see too much of them. So there'll be like an indicator of maybe the first two. And then you probably won't see these at all. Yeah. So maybe if I'm doing this, I'm just gonna hold something. This will probably stick, this is gonna stick out further than this one. So I'm gonna make sure I account for that. And then maybe here, I'll bring this down just a little bit. And then maybe you might see a small indicator of these fingers, or at least this one. And maybe the thumb or the pinky, something along those lines. So let's erase these joints, because I feel like that's making it look really weird. And I'm gonna have to have some type of separation to indicate the knuckles. So like that of the hand, like that. There we go. There we go. But I still need to draw the like the burst, I guess. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do that just yet. But let's work on I can slowly start, I think. working with the lighting, so I'm trying to think how I want the lighting to be. She's over a tarp or a balcony, so the light's not going to come from the back side. It's going to come from the front somewhere. So which means this is going to be shaded. All this is going to be shaded in. That is good. The shading is going to start freaking me out because I'm not going to want to mess this up. But I think I know a way around that, so we're going to try that in a second. So with this particular face, because we still haven't figured out her face yet, right? This is going in. We're going to say the brow's going to stick out, and then like her eye line is here, and then the cheekbones here, and then the face going that way. So you're not going to see her eyes, you're not going to see her nose. Her hair is going to be covering up her ears, so that's not something we have to worry about. Let me see something. I know I have references. I thought I had references for hair. I'm pretty sure I do. I just didn't load them up. Photos. Let's look at hair. Done. Alright. I need to look up references for, I think, the fro. I'm going to try to make that real quick though. Honestly, I only need one particular view, so that's not what I'm looking for. Okay, so I want the fro to, so I'm measuring the hairline here, and it's going to come out, so here, yeah, you're really not going to see much of this person's face. Maybe she has like a crown that's like goes between the ears and the front. And that's her crown. And then you don't see everything else. Let's slowly start erasing, and then we'll see, because I know this is going to be covered up by the fro, so that I can erase for sure. And this part of the head, I'm going to adjust the hairline, because I feel like it's too high up from where the hair is. I mean, I know people have fros that are like huge, but I feel like I want to lower that a little bit. There we go. Let's see how this works. Yeah, that looks a lot better, because I can have this come here, and even though this is sticking out more, something along those lines. I think that works. Let's erase some of this and figure out. Yeah, that works. That works. Of course, I'll like go in and actually detail out the fro shape with like the jagged lines and stuff, but I wanted to get this and make sure this looks correct. So you wouldn't even see that part here. And then here, I'll go in and fix all of that. I think I might do vines or something on this wall back here. Or maybe not, I don't know. Maybe I'll put some type of writing or pictures or something. Some type of design. No, you won't probably see. So it'll probably all be blotched out anyway. But doing the designs on this wall real quick. And then maybe because we don't know how tall this wall is. And then going down this way. That maybe there's another design here. but you wouldn't see it because it's cut off by this bush here. And then maybe there's another one that starts here. And then because of that, maybe there's some indicators here. Something like that. And then the columns that we have, let's work on the ones we have in the front. I need my straight edge. Oh, excuse me. Just so I can make sure these lines are straight. Making sure my paper is also straight, because I think that was an issue last time. Cleaning off my my triangle before I put it on my paper here. Oh, dang it. I'm just gonna flip it this way, make it easier. Look at you, look at that. Look at them straight lines. I didn't do the other side though, so we're gonna switch this around. I don't think I need the perspective papers anymore, but I'm gonna keep those just a little bit longer just in case. Just in case. This actually needs to be erased because it's part of the column there. Here we go. Whoopsies. Oh, Sylvia just passed underneath my desk. She's just chilling. I think when she whines like that, she just wants to be close by. Because since she's laid down at my desk, she hasn't whined any at all. So, even though she's skittish, when you approach her, as soon as she lays down, she's good. Or if she's near you, she's good. I think she just likes to have someone nearby. She'll come up to you though if she wants pets or wants to lay on you, but she is very skittish. So if you're walking in her direction, even if you're not trying to get her or anything like that, like pick her up or anything like that, like she takes off. But she lets me pick her up though when I catch her. So okay. So let's clean up some more of the stuff in the background here. All right. Let's see here. So what we're gonna do. I'll start decorating these columns in the back here. I'm trying to be perfect about it because I don't want to try to treat every panel like an illustration. I mean, technically they are like small illustrations within themselves, but in the overall page, I'm more focused on the story than anything else. So that's what I want to. Ooh, you guys couldn't even see that. My bad. That's where I want my focus to be. I'm gonna scoop this in so you guys can see me working on these. Sorry about that. I'm just kind of lining up. Actually, I'll do this one down here because I know that this is going to be the determining factor on where that middle line goes. And then I'll draw some stuff in between here. Doesn't have to be anything too crazy. My eyeball itches. And because these are kind of far away, maybe you might not see some of the designs, but maybe. Something like that. Doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just trying to remind myself. Something like that. Okay. I still got this other column over here. Now remember, at some point, when this is produced, when this is shrunken down to size, a lot of this stuff you might not even see. It might not even be picked up. But that's okay though. Maybe this only has, no. Yeah, maybe you see the second one here, which means the third one would be off screen. If not more, because depending on how high these are, right? Maybe there's that right there. Something like that. Let's work on her outfits. I do not mind jumping around because I feel like that's what's keeping me not only focused but is helping me with my nerves, because if I feel like something might be too stressful, I can just hop to something else. So maybe you guys will see what I'm gonna do with this. One thing I'm gonna have to work with, because I'm not working with color, is I'm gonna have to work with, whoopsies, you guys can't see that, sorry. I drew these lines in here. Let me do this. There we go. So one thing I'm gonna have to work with or do, since I'm not working in color, is the light and dark of something. So if something is supposed to be on the lighter side, then I'm gonna have to draw it light. or render it lightly, or shade it lightly, sorry. And if something's darker, I'm gonna have to darken it up to kind of indicate that difference in color. So when I'm doing this part here, this is gonna be blocked by sun. I know that. And guess what I'm gonna have to bust out? Still, I know I have all of this I need to work on, but where is my I'm gonna have to bust out the blending stubs. Sorry, I'm over here struggling trying to get these out. Now I do have different blending stubs. These are the type of ones that I originally bought a while ago. But I don't like these ones. This one I might be okay with. This one I don't know what I think I smushed it. That's what happened with this one. But I prefer these ones, like the solid paper ones for blending. I feel like they're a little bit sturdier. But bringing out the blending stubs. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean this first. And so, let's see what we got going on here. Sylvie. Yeah, she's relaxing and chilling. So let's finish doing this outfit first before I start doing anything with blending. And I want to do like these are like lines of like fabric or different colored cloths that are sewn into this piece. I want to make sure I don't go too thick on some of these, or go too thick on these. Like they need to be thin. Something like that. And then maybe I'll do like a slant on the other ones. I'm not quite sure. Can you guys see that? Yeah, you guys can. Okay. I'm sorry if my glasses or my face is getting in camera, but I need to be able to see what I'm doing here. And then here is going to be a long piece. There we go. And then maybe I will have it going like as if it's going out here, like so. Something along those lines. I know I haven't finished doing the hair yet, but that's okay. We will get there. I could make these look like beads, but I think that's going to be too much. What I can do I could have these look like beads around the waist. But no, I think I'll slide on. I'll pass on that. Go ahead and work on the hair. Well then. Work on the hair texture. How am I gonna do this? I am hungry. I've already been at this for an hour. Doesn't feel like it though. She's gonna have, it's gonna be jagged, the fro. It's not gonna be this like perfect triangle or a perfect line for the hair. Like it's gonna look like it's got some texture to it. And of course when I render it, I'll have to accommodate for like the lighting and stuff as well, and the hair, because it's not just going to be blacked out. as you can see, I'm slowly erasing and then going back over the lines or that area. I'm just doing a little bit so I know where that connecting line is going to go, and I can play with the hair leading up to that. So this part's going to be a little bit difficult because I have the clothing, but honestly I can go like that. There we go. Because there's not much that I am. There we go. Cool, cool, cool. I need to fix this area here. Boom. So I know what I'm doing later. Just gonna fix this a little bit. There we go. All right. I could work on the pillars. But what I think I'm gonna do is take a quick break from this panel. I don't know if I'm gonna work on this guy right here or not. We'll wait for that guy. I don't think I'm gonna need this anymore. So I am going to remove this paper. I could toss it, but I'm gonna keep it just because if I do do another perspective, I can do it from the back side of the paper. Take the tape off so that way I don't get it anywhere else. That's not supposed to be. So yeah, if I decide to need another perspective grid, I always got the back area. And since these are just scraps of paper, I can keep them. And when I'm done, I can just toss them and not feel guilty about it because it's just computer paper. Let me take this guy off too. Because at this point, I can, with the rest of this, drawing for panel 3, I can wing the perspective. The major stuff already got put in, so. Let me get the scrap paper off my desk, so that way it's not in my way. And I'm going to remove my triangle, because I don't need that at the moment either. My book. Move that out the way. Oop, if I'm not using it, I'm trying to get it out of the way. So that way I'm not just crowding my desk with stuff. My blending stubs I actually could probably put away too, because I don't think I'm going to use those right now. So I'll put those up as well. So we're at an hour and 30 minutes. Jeez. I really kind of want to work on this bottom part here. Let me do this. There we go. There we go. So I think we're gonna try to work on this a little bit. Pretty much it's 1 point perspective. Yeah, it's pretty much 1 point perspective. So, and there's only figures. I'll draw some like greenery and stuff. But for the most part, there's nothing else going on outside of these figures being demolished. So what I think I'm gonna do, because we're already in 1 hour and 30 minutes, at the 2 hour mark, I will stop, and then I will start working on some other stuff that I want to work on today. And I might come back to this later, depending, because I know the memory is probably crazy right now on this folder or this file. And to clear up some space on my iPad, I might have to start loading up videos more often, probably twice a week, to get some of these videos off of my iPad, because I can tell you right now it is taking up a lot of space. Like I have right now, I have 233 gigs of memory used on my iPad just from my images and videos, and the majority of that is coming from my videos. Give me a sec, guys. Sorry. I do need to see something real quick. That's that. I'll go back. Delete that video. And this is uploaded, so I can delete this. And then what I'm going to do is, yeah, I'm probably gonna have to load up videos probably twice a week. Let me see. Nope. Sorry, guys. Let me pause you guys for a sec. All right, so we're back. Let me see. I've got my body thing here, my body coon figure. Yeah, I'm gonna have to start like uploading 2 videos a week to get some of this stuff cleared off. Like I've got an hour video that's taken up like over 8 gigs of RAM, 8 gigs of memory. So okay, so now we're gonna work with this here. Trying to think of characters. So here we're gonna kind of rough it in. I can go back and lay in more detailed characters with the what the heck is that thing called, that program that I have. This would be turned here sideways. Like I said, these aren't the best because like it's not gonna move the way the body would, but that's okay. We're just kind of get the general gist of it. Of what I'm looking at, and then because he's going out here, and then his body's gonna go back because he's gearing for impact, and he's like this with a shield, and then maybe this hand he's got like a weapon, something like that. So we're gonna, he's like probably like 3/4 view. We're gonna figuring this guy out here. So because this is kind of like center page here. Or maybe he's got his arm raised like he's got a weapon, so he's about to strike. But no, maybe I'll have it down here, back here, something like that. We're just gonna rough it in. I can always go back later and like use a 3D tool to actually create something more fitting, proper, or whatever the word is. So I'm going extremely light because there's over 13 figures in this drawing. And then even the face, I'm just really roughing it in here. I'm just roughing it in, roughing it in, roughing it in. So what I'm gonna do is figure out the angle of the chest here. So like that, maybe. I could have him swinging and getting ready to swing back as a possibility. So the chest area is going to be here. You're going to see more of the chest here. We're just roughing it in here. The head. Remember, the chest is the chest cavity is 1.5 in length. And then here, doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just kind of roughing this in. And then the hips, you're gonna face this guy, just turning his torso. Something along those lines. And probably this torso would actually probably come down a little bit lower, or the pelvic area. I'm not sure, but we're going to rough it in. And I can use a ball for the joint of the knee instead of trying to figure out, like, instead of trying to do this, I can just do a ball. It's the same thing. And then maybe be something like this. Like the proportions don't have to be exact right now. I'm just kind of trying to figure out like what I want this figure to be doing. Like I want to try to get the proportions right, but that might not be, that might not happen. Like here, I probably want this leg out more. And then he's probably got his foot turned towards us. And then his arm is probably coming up in front of his body here. And then got the and then maybe he is swinging his sword here. And then the elbow joint, and then maybe and then I'm just gonna do a square, and then maybe, well, because this might go like this, so maybe he's got something going on like that. We'll figure it out later. Like I know right now, like his legs are probably too short. That's probably a weird pose right there. That's fine. Let's see about this guy. I've got a close up. His head is just tilted. Excuse me, his head is just tilted down. This is pretty much a guy who's slumped over and dead. Probably won't even see much of him, his face. So here, and then maybe here. The heck did I just draw? I have no idea. Try this again. And take it slow. No need to rush. Alright, there's a circle for his head. His eyes are going to be going this way. And then, which means the side of the head's going to be like here. His hairline is probably going to be up here somewhere. And then I should have like another piece of paper where I can kind of draw all the way through the face, but if I need to, I'll do that. But right now we're just kind of roughing a lot of stuff in. So maybe later when I figure out the head some more, I can figure that out. And then what we're gonna do is, because this is a Gotta follow that form. Following the form. And I'll pull a reference later too, just to make sure, but roughly here, the brow line would be something like that. Possibly. And the person might even have a helmet on, so you might not really see much going on here. Oh, my at some point, apparently, my internet went out. But it looks like it came back on. Nope, my internet is still out. I think my internet is still out. Let me see. My internet might have went out. Yeah, my internet went out, so now I'm having to restart my router. Alright, so let's continue to work on this. Got about like 15 more minutes. Trying to think what I want to work on. This is a complicated scene that I can't pull up my program for because I'm working on processing a video and it won't let me do a video or exit out of the program while it's doing its thing. So I'm gonna pose another figure real quick. This guy is if he was about to block something coming down with a magic pose, like a magic shield, which is this guy right here. So he's gonna be looking up. Now remember, when you're drawing the skull from, or the head from the side view, the skull is longer than it is wide, right? Or wider than it is long, something like that. So the side of it is more of an oval shape than a circle. Did my internet come back on? I don't think it did. Hi, Sylvie. I'm not messing with you. So, just kind of roughing this in here. Something like that. And then you're gonna see like the shoulder muscle here. Just gonna go back here. Ugh. Let's see here. I'm just trying to rough this stuff in. I am freaking starving, man. My stomach is touching my back, and I just ate a snack before I started. Let me see here. But he's going to be pushing his chest up like that. And then his hip area is going to be like flat. I'm going to keep it basic here, because even though the butt muscle curves, it's gonna go flat if it's laying. If it's pressed against something, right? And then we have the arm, the leg here, that's gonna come up. I'm trying to think if I was, like, if this guy fell, like, he's probably gonna he was probably trying to get back up, so he's probably got one leg up like this with his heel dug in. And the other one is probably down. Slightly up, maybe. Something like that, like. I don't think the leg will be completely down. Maybe this leg is also slightly up, just not as much. What you want it for? So maybe it's like right here, and then it comes down here. more flat like that for the other leg. So this is one leg here. And then the other leg. My internet is still out. It's fine. So with this leg is coming up here because maybe here, and then you've got the other leg that's going down slightly, and then maybe that foot is coming up here, something like that, which means I might want this leg instead of this having this weird angle here. I might have this leg kind of like this, and that comes more down here like that. And then this one would go like that. And then that means that it goes here, and that goes like that. And then this guy can have his foot up, like this leg can have his foot going in. Something like that. I know the proportions aren't correct. But kind of helps me get an idea of what I'm looking at doing here. So this guy's arm is here, and then he's maybe got his arm here, and then he's got his wrist leaning back here, because then he's got his shield there. All right, so we are reaching the 2-hour mark. I'm gonna go ahead and stop it and call it a day now. For this, I might come back later, but we're going to wrap this up so that way I can work on some other stuff. So I appreciate you guys watching in, and hope you guys enjoyed this, and I shall talk to you guys later. Peace out.